In recent years, a lot of effort has been put into denial that our nation's original name was ever Aotearoa. Oral history records that Kupe's wife, Kurumarotene, first sighted this landmass between 950 AD and 1250 AD and gave it the name Aotearoa. Outraged British colonists have made an argument against the use of the word Aotearoa to describe our nation and to demand it remain New Zealand. They reject Indigenous oral accounts and will only refer to European written records. Their argument insists that when Kupe arrived on the shores, he only named the North Island Aotearoa as opposed to naming both landmasses, so therefore Aotearoa does not qualify as a name of both islands. Their argument is flawed because when Kupe discovered both landmass, he didn't know of the existence of the South Island. Therefore, by default, he is the first man to reach these shores. Should he not be the official discoverer and have the naming rights of both landmasses? The same argument can be made about Abel Tasman, who arrived hundreds of years after Kupe and never set foot on the South Island, naming this landmass as Stattenland. It was later that Dutch cartographers based in the Netherlands renamed this sighting of land as Nova Zeelandia, after a province in the Netherlands. When Lieutenant James Cook arrived with the guidance of the Polynesian explorer Tupaia and a copy of Abel Tasman's charts, he renamed Aotearoa to New Zealand. This was the anglicised version of Nova Zeelandia. So in reality, Dutch cartographers based in the Netherlands were given the naming rights to Aotearoa, as Lieutenant James Cook neglected to ask the original inhabitants for the name of the landmass. Another argument being made is the use of the word Aotearoa as a recent development. This has also been proven a fallacy, as much of the Kingitanga opposing the British Army during the land wars carried flags representing the nation of Aotearoa, including a currency that was in use during the 1800s that used the word Aotearoa. The usage of the word New Zealand offering naming rights to Dutch cartographers that never set foot in the South Pacific, let alone the Southern Hemisphere, is more about maintaining the hollow myth of colonial racial superiority and the glorification of the British Empire, as opposed to honouring history and the men and women that truly discovered this land.